Welcome back to the channel today, guys. Today my adventures is quite special. I got a cool roadside attraction for us today. We're in Love Valley, North Carolina, and Love Valley is a really cool place because it's pretty much an old western town. Still to this day is open and still has visitors, and it is pretty much, once you're in town limits, horses only. No motorized vehicles, no cars. So this should be fun. Let's go inside and let's check this place out. As I'm walking down the main strip here, right here, I come across my first building of interest. It says it's the Blacksmith Cove. Vacation and comfort, house cabin for rent. I have talked to some people that used to come up here, and they had a blacksmith and they would do like horseshoeing and things like that. So I guess that's what that used to be. This don't look like this place has been used in quite some time. This town is kind of run down. It's kind of sad. I know a lot of people used to come up here and visit and spend the weekends up here riding their horses. It's right, you know, this place is kind of located at the foothills of the Brushy Mountains here in North Carolina. So there's a lot of trails up in those mountains to ride on via horses. And this right here is their bed and breakfast, Miss Kitty's. It's like a hotel you could rent. They have vacancy. Man, walking down through here, it does feel like an old west. But they are, this is just a few days after Christmas, so they still have their decorations up. I know they had a Christmas parade up here earlier in the month of December. But this here is their town entrance. As you read the signage up there, Love Valley. So right here we have the Moonshine and Gift store. Actually very welcoming. It says come on in. Even though unfortunately it's closed today. And right here we have, look at this old Rodeo flyer wagon. Got a little bit of Christmas decoration on it. I ain't seen one of those in a really long time. So right across the street from the Moonshine Gifts, we have this little store here. This was called Cove Valley. A cowboy and a cowgirl dream come true. And it's actually got created by Andy Barker on there, who is pretty neat because Andy Barker is the one who built all this. It was his dream. So he actually had this place built back in 1954. So here in town, they have a nice big Merry Christmas wreath up. I think it's really cool. And then look at all of the hitching posts that they have down through there to tie their horses up against. I mean, that is really cool, you know. You don't ever see that. That's really neat, all the hitching posts they have on both sides of the street here in town limits. And then right over here we have another place. This is called Shelby's Place. So at one time or another they had ice cream, they had pizza, ice, music, and an ATM. And adult ice pops were $2. Restrooms for customers only. No outside alcohol allowed. There's definitely some somebody's been riding horses up here recently because there are hoof prints everywhere. There's a leather shop. It's got like some old saddles up there on top. Guess they could fix you up if you had some issues with your saddles. Man, this is like being in a ghost town for real. But there is some music coming from down the roadway here. And this here was the general store and cafe. Henry Martin Trail 175. don't know if we can see in there or not. Hello, that's me. Oh yeah. Got your table, got like some gumball machine in there or something. Take a look in. So I wanted to get back to the man that this was his dream, Andy Barker. Back then, his dream was to be a cowboy. So he took his dream, and you know what? He made it happen. He had this town and made it work. You know, it all worked for a really long time. You know, and people still come up here on the weekends, and I know during the summertime people still come up here and they do a lot of horseback riding and things like that from out of town. And it's still a viable thing, you know. I just think the town had some issues. I can't remember exactly what it was. I think it was due to water, and so I think it's going to take a lot of money probably to get that problem fixed, if that indeed is what it is, like water or sewage or something along those lines. So, but who knows? You never know. I mean, it's lasted this long. Maybe they still having things, you know, going up here, events and things like that. I know it even at in October they have a big Halloween event, and they say there's a lot of people that shows up to it. You know, like you can't even get a parking place. The whole road would be full, lined with cars and stuff. So you know, who knows? Where there is a will, there is a way, as they say. So we just took a look at the general store to see what that was all about. Look through the window there. They have some other places right here. I really ain't totally sure what this stuff is. There is no signage or anything. I don't know if it was maybe apartments you could rent for the weekend right here, or stores. If anybody's ever been up here before and you have any idea what these were, put in the comments section down below. I'd really like to know, like, what that was for or anything. Let's move on down the walkway here. When you walk down through the middle of the town, you know, you're just, that old music from what was the western where it goes wow wow wow? That's what this feels like. So no western town would be complete without a saloon. So what we have right here is the Silver Spur Saloon. So we got fine food, casual dining, live country music and dancing. www.lovevalley.com. And we have chicken coops, and there would be the chicken coops. So you would be eating fresh chicken. Maybe that's a really bad joke, but bad water, drink at bar. Wow, that's interesting. It's funny, I'm sitting here walking around at this Western Saloon. You're thinking I'm gonna hear some Willie Nelson or something, but that's like hip-hop music playing in there. How weird is that? All right, let's go. They used to have a lot of rodeos up here, and I did come up here with one of my best friends. His son was doing a little bit of rodeoing. I got invited up here one night, and I come up here and watched some rodeo. So I have been down here before, but something else happened down here in this rodeo area I'm gonna fill you in on. I think is pretty interesting and kind of cool. Let's just sneak right through here where we can get a better view of this. Man. All right, yeah, we got a good view up here. This is pretty cool. I just pan around. You can see down there where they have their rodeos. I ain't gonna walk all the way down there because it's been raining a lot. As you can see, it's pretty muddy down there, but there's actually, we can walk down there a little bit, right? But they actually have like the seating for this arena. Like right here, we got some steps that I would not walk on, but right down here in this area right here is all seating. And you would sit up here and you would watch the rodeos and hoot and holler and have a good time. And you know, cheer on your friends or family members or just whoever. But this arena actually is pretty interesting. and it goes way back to like the 1970s, right? Like I think it was I think July 17th, 1970. You can actually Google it, like Love Valley Rock Fest. And I only heard about this just recently when I kind of started researching this place a little bit. But Andy Barker, the owner of all this, his daughter wanted to go to Woodstock, which I think was like 69, right, in New York. And he was like, nope, you ain't going up there. That's going to be crazy. It ain't going to happen. So the next year, I guess her birthday was in July, so July 17th, 1970, he decided to throw her a rock festival here. So there's only like 100 people in this town, right? I mean, it's never like a lot of people here. So he books bands and stuff. They book people to come here to play. The Allman Brothers is one of the bands that played, who was kind of popular at the time, you know, and they was playing a outdoor rock festival down in like Georgia somewhere. So other bands came with them, and other people at that rock festival heard about it, and so they all come up here. And then the people in this area, all the young people here, come to it. All the people she knew, they invited all these people, never dreaming that they would be as many people to show up. So they're probably expecting a few thousand people, maybe 10, 20,000 people, right? Guess what? 200,000 people showed up. All this land, and you can go online and Google it and look at the pictures, was people as far as you can see. People was camping up in the woods, in the trees, just sleeping out underneath the stars, and it was crazy. The farmers, everybody, because this is like a farm area, you know, so everybody was just like, you know, you're bringing drugs in the area and all this stuff. And I mean, it was like a very conservative area here, Christian, just imagine. And then you have all these people up here, like Woodstock in the South happen. You don't ever really hear about that story, but it is kind of cool to read about it. I don't really know if they want to be known for that or not, but it did happen. And it's all on the internet, and I've actually talked to some people who they remember it, like some of the old timers and stuff who remember when it happened and what a big stink it was, you know. I mean, it was outrageous. It was crazy for that time, this area, because this ain't New York. This is not a big area. This is very small. And you had 200,000 people show up. People was just parking and camping in people's properties that didn't have, you know, no say. It's just like you wake up one morning, you look on your front lawn, and you just got a bunch of people you don't know out there sleeping in your yard or parking their car there, you know, because we're here for the rock and roll show, man. So I just thought that was cool. So let's walk back uptown and let's close this video out. So I must say, as we take this video to the end, this is really cool, man. I really hope these people get the funding they need and get everything lined back up where they can really open this place back up full swing again sometime, because this is a relic, you know. This is just a neat place to come check out, come visit, take you a walk down through town. They don't mind. You can't drive a car in here or anything like that, but they have a little parking space right outside town limits here. And everybody I've ever, you know, I've been up here a couple of times, and everybody has always been very nice, cordial, welcoming. But it's really neat. And if you're into horseback riding and things like that, I think it would be a cool place to maybe check out and come see, especially if you're in the Carolinas, South Carolina. It's not too far away. So it's right here in Iredell County, which is probably about maybe 45-50 minutes north of Charlotte, North Carolina, just to give you a little bit more bearing of location and how far it is from something. Charlotte's a pretty big town. I think that's a fair assessment. But so I guess that's it. I think that kind of concludes my video today. We took a walk down Main Street here in Love Valley, or they call it Love Valley Road, I believe. And it's really neat. Really neat. I really like all this. It was a lot of fun, and I feel bad for that deer. I really do. And that ain't the half of it, because look at Santa Claus. He had a wild night. he was so tired from giving out all those gifts Christmas Eve a few nights ago. He just like, man, I'm done. I'm gonna sleep right there. You know, y'all come get me in a few days. I'm done. You tell me when 2022 arrives, then I might get up. So that being said, this will conclude my video today. If you're new to the channel and you like roadside attractions, you like, you know, some little oddity things like this right here, please subscribe to the channel, man. I'd love to have you. And I try to upload at least once a week. And if you like the content today, give it a thumbs up, man. Lets me know that I'm going in the right direction. So that being said, this will conclude my video today. I'm the Hitchhiking Yeti, and I will see you guys in the next video. And check out these little horses. These little guys. Those guys are small.